Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm continuing my gay movie marathon, and I just watched Philadelphia. This is my second attempt at a review because it's quite a powerful film, and um, I was quite emotionally affected throughout the film, and I'm feeling quite drained at the moment. Um, the performances, not just Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, who are amazing. The casting of the family, who seem like real people. They're not out of central casting. They all do a brilliant job. The mother is amazing. The father is amazing. Antonio Banderas as the protective boyfriend is amazing. Um, the film was a hit. It was released in 1993. It cost $26 million and it made $206 million. It was a huge hit back in the day. It really did a lot for awareness for HIV and really humanized Tom Hanks's character of Andy. Really put a face on HIV, a sympathetic face, because up until then we were basically just portrayed as monsters. And it's hard to remember just how scary those days were, and how afraid young gay men like me were of this being our future and this being our end. Um, Things have changed so much now. It's been 30 years since this film, and it's very strange going back and watching it and seeing, the open homophobia, all the things that these people said, things that things have gotten better in the last 30 years. People wouldn't be able to talk and act like they do in this film, but probably with the exception of certain, right wing people. There's been some regression there, but it's kind of jarring and kind of shocking, and I just really remember the film had a really powerful effect on me when I saw it. I saw it when it was in the cinema, so I saw it in the cinema. It's one of the first films I saw in the theatre. I have no idea how I got there. I had to see it because I knew it was important. Um, yeah, it's just really brilliant. Basically, it's a simple story. A man who's in the closet at a law firm. He's brilliant, but he has HIV, and it starts to show. And the members of his firm set him up to look like he made a mistake, so they can fire him. And then he sues them, but he doesn't have an easy time. He can't find a lawyer. He goes to 9 lawyers before he eventually ends up getting his 10th lawyer. I don't know how many lawyers he saw after Denzel, but Denzel didn't want to take his case. He had met Denzel through a case they did together a while back. And this guy's a bit of an ambulance chaser. He's got an ad on TV. He's very sociable. I mean, God, Denzel has so much charisma. I mean, it's kind of jarring to go from watching Tom Hanks, who's this tragic figure who is dying and sick and ill, and looking at the beauty that is Denzel. But he's a very homophobic character. He's very open about it. He's sort of aware of it, sort of almost not proud of it, but not ashamed of it. He does seem to have a bit of a journey in the film, from being afraid to touch Tom Hanks, to be afraid to shake his hand or stand close to him, to being comfortable enough to adjust his oxygen mask at the end where they're talking and he needs to put it back on, and he does it for him. It's a brilliant performance. He is openly homophobic, but he understands the law's been broken. He cares more about the law and what's right than he does his own personal feelings. There's a lot of compassion in the film. There's a lot of judgment in the film. There's a lot of ugliness in the film. The lawyers he's up against are vile. I mean, what a shock, lawyers. But in the end, they actually win. He takes a stand. He's exhausted. He actually collapses not long after that and goes into the hospital. He doesn't really see the end of the trial, but he does know that they won. He gets $4 million in compensation, which I'm guessing would have gone to AIDS charities and so forth. It's just a brilliant performance. The makeup's amazing. Tom Hanks lost a lot of weight. He was very famous for that. He's going backwards and forwards with his weight. Actually may have caused him to get diabetes from gaining and losing weight for different characters. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just a brilliant film. It was a hit film. It had a huge impact. The song is so haunting. I can't listen to it. Um, yeah, I just had to watch it. I've been putting it off a little bit because it's not easy. I forgot how brilliant it was, but I'm glad I watched it. And interesting, someone who's in it that I didn't know was in it. Chandra Wilson from Grey's Anatomy is one of Andy's friends. What must have been one of her first roles. Like I said, the whole casting is brilliant. The story is brilliant. Everything is brilliant about it. It's exhausting. It's brilliant. It's tragic. It's amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you should see it. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think if you have seen it. I feel like everyone would have seen this film. It's a classic, but some people wouldn't because of its age. So I don't know. I can't imagine it going away and not really ever not being relevant.